In a world where your digital identity is your most valuable asset, businesses are facing a massive challenge. How do you manage thousands of users while keeping the hackers out? Welcome to the Layman's Guide to Microsoft Entra ID. Whether you're an aspiring IT pro or just curious about how the cloud works, this course strips away the jargon to show you the digital brain of modern business. We'll go from the basics of digital badges to mastering the power of automation, scaling global offices with ease, and securely connecting with the outside world. Don't just watch the cloud happen. Learn how to control the front door. Stick around and let's master the digital office together.
The physical office of the past had a simple security desk and a badge to get you through the door. But today, your office is everywhere. Your kitchen, a coffee shop, or even a park. This shift to the cloud is why we need a smarter way to manage who gets in and what they can see. Enter Microsoft Entra ID. Think of it as a digital security office that lives entirely in the cloud. It acts as a central brain for your company's network, constantly asking two vital questions. First, who are you? This is authentication, where the system verifies your identity using your password. Second, what are you allowed to do? This is authorization, ensuring you only access the specific files and apps required for your job. In the old days, identity was managed by servers sitting in a basement. Today, Entra ID follows you onto your iPhone, your laptop, and into apps like Zoom or Salesforce. It adds powerful layers of protection, like multi-factor authentication, to make sure that even if someone steals your password, they can't steal your digital life. It is the invisible shield that keeps the modern mobile workforce secure.
To manage a digital office efficiently, we have to define the building blocks inside it. The two most important pieces are users and groups. Think of a user as any individual who needs to log in, whether they are a full-time employee, a temporary contractor, or even an outside partner. Each user has a digital user account that acts like a profile, storing their identity details, their specific permissions, like whether they are an intern or an admin, and the software licenses they are allowed to use. But managing users one by one is exhausting. Imagine if 500 people joined the HR department at once. You wouldn't want to manually grant access to each person. That's why we use groups. Security groups allow you to grant permissions to a whole team at once. Anyone dropped into the HR group instantly gets access to the payroll folder. Microsoft 365 groups go even further, automatically setting up a shared mailbox, calendar, and a team for collaboration. Finally, Entra ID makes joining these groups smart. You can add people manually, which is called assigned membership, or you can use dynamic rules. For example, you can tell the system, if a user's job title is manager, automatically put them in the managers group. It's automation that keeps the digital office running smoothly.
As a company grows from a small team of 100 to a global giant of 100,000, things can get messy very quickly. Imagine an organization with offices in London, Tokyo, and New York. Without a clear structure, an IT manager in London might accidentally delete a user account in Tokyo. To prevent this kind of chaos, we use administrative units, or AUs. Think of AUs as virtual boxes that let you divide your organization into logical groups. You can sort them by geography, like a UK unit and a Japan unit, or by department, like sales or engineering. The real power here is delegated access. The big boss, or global administrator, can hand over specific keys to a local manager. They can say, "You are the boss of the UK unit. You can reset passwords and manage devices for UK employees, but you have no power to touch anything in the Japan unit." This keeps the system secure,
prevents mistakes across regions, and significantly reduces the workload for the main IT team. Managing Entra ID moves beyond theory and into the Azure portal, the primary website where administrators take control. Whether you are preparing for a professional certification like the AZ-104 or just managing a small team, you'll need to master hands-on tasks like performing bulk updates to hundreds of accounts at once. When you create a new user, you start with their user principal name, or UPN, which typically serves as their login email. But the details, or properties, are what really matter. You'll input job information, like departments and employee IDs, as well as contact details. One of the most critical settings is the usage location. This isn't just for show. It is legally required to determine which software licenses can be assigned based on local regional laws. Finally, we have the hybrid world. Most large organizations don't just live in the cloud. They still have basement servers running traditional Active Directory. By linking these old servers to Entra ID, you create a seamless bridge. This allows employees to use a single password to unlock everything, from the physical computer at their desk to their secure email in the cloud.
Entra ID handles how a company interacts with the outside world. Imagine working with an outside consulting firm. You want them to collaborate, but you don't want to give them a full company email. With B2B collaboration, you can simply invite them using their own address, like consultant@gmail.com. They log in with their own credentials, but you, the admin, still control exactly what files they can see inside your secure digital front door. On the other hand, we have B2C, or business to consumer. If you've ever signed into a retail app, like a clothing store, using your existing Google or Facebook profile, you've experienced B2C. This powerful feature allows companies to manage millions of customer identities securely without forcing every single customer to create yet another brand new username and password just to buy a shirt. B2B and B2C ensure your company connects safely to everyone.
Microsoft Entra ID is the digital security office of the modern world. We've journeyed from the old basement servers to a smart, cloud-based brain that handles authentication, verifying who you are, and authorization, deciding what you can access. By mastering the building blocks of users and groups, we learned how to manage thousands of people efficiently through automation. We explored how administrative units allow global companies to stay organized by delegating power without causing chaos across regions. Finally, we looked at the bridge between the physical and digital world through hybrid setups and external connections like B2B and B2C. Together, these tools form the foundation of a secure, productive, and modern digital workplace.